podcast by 𝙈𝙚𝙧𝙠𝙚 Marketing Company. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Rachel. And today we're going to be talking about how to market seasonal clients year-round. Because it can be difficult sometimes. But do you want to start us off, Sarah?
Yeah, sure. So really we want to talk about why it actually matters now. We're ending the summer. That's when we have a lot of clients that, like lawn care companies, pool care and maintenance, that are really ending their busy months. And so they really need to know, as summer comes to a close, how will they survive, and not only survive, but thrive during the slow months.
Yeah, so today's going to be a fun topic. We have a couple of what we would consider seasonal clients here at 𝙈𝙚 Marketing. And some of you might be asking, what is a seasonal business? Some of the examples that I can think of is a lawn care company. That's number one. We have a pool company that we do marketing for. Summer is whenever you swim, so it's hard to think about what do you do during the winter times, like holiday markets, even retail. You are really, really busy during back to school or during Christmas time, and during that summer season, everyone's traveling. So there's different things. Are there any that you can think of that's kind of seasonal?
Pretty much the lawn care and pool care companies are what I always think of, because I've helped do graphics for them a lot.
Food trucks. We talked about
food trucks. Food trucks, definitely.
I wish that lemonade stands would go year round, or the snow cones, but that's something that is seasonal. So I think the challenge for small businesses is to, one, you're trying to keep up with the demand during the busy months. Like, do you have enough staff? Can you keep up as a small business? But then the opposite is, are you surviving in the quiet months? And how do you do that? And really, as a small business, it's so important to partner or consult with a marketing agency like 𝙈𝙚 Marketing Company, so that we can help you stay running during those slow months.
And stay relevant during the slow months as well.
Yeah, because it's easy to forget, snow cones when it's 30 degrees outside. You're not thinking about that. I'm thinking about hot chocolate and a jacket and finding a fire. That's why it's important to partner with a marketing agency or consult with them, so that we can help your business grow, help it stay relevant during that off-season time for your business, like lawn cares, pool companies, lemonade stands, whatever that looks like. Because off-season doesn't mean off-brand or off the market completely. Your business is still a thing. So have you ever heard of the rule of 7?
I've heard a little bit about it, but I'm not very familiar.
So it's important to stay visible throughout the entire year and to stay relevant. The rule of 7 is it takes 7 times for you to see something before you even remember it, before you're interested, before you even make a call to action on what you're seeing. So it takes 7 times for you to see something before you even think about it or remember it. So you have to market your business and get your brand out there, even on the slow months, for people to even remember you whenever it's time to start swimming, whenever it's time to get your lawn cared for, whenever it's time to put your lemonade stands up. You have to be remembered, so you have to stay in front of them at all times.
And you can't, I think an important thing with that is during the slow months, you can't just go quiet. You can't just stop your marketing during the slow months.
Off season doesn't mean off brand or off the market completely, because your business still exists. Even like for a pool company, your business is still there in the wintertime. You're just not thinking about it as much. But it's important to stay visible throughout the entire year, to stay relevant. And that reminds me of the rule of 7. And so the rule of 7 is, let's say a potential customer sees your brand. It's a new brand. It takes them 7 times to, 1, remember your brand, to act on it or to even think about acting on it. So they have to see it 7 times before it matters. So that's why it's so important to like market yourself, market your business, market your services, everything that you offer throughout the entire year, and that also builds trust.
Yeah, exactly.
So as a small business, you have to work twice as hard as everyone else. You don't need to be playing catch up whenever the summer rolls around or whenever, Christmas rolls around for retail. Like, you need to be on your A game at all times to stay ahead of everyone else and to be able to really compete, and that's working all year round for your business.
Yeah, exactly.
So earlier we were talking about 3 ways to market your business in the off season.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to start with number 1 and talk about that?
So I think one of the main ways that you need to market your brand off season is really by focusing on ways to prepare for the busy months. So for certain companies that can look like, for example, we have one company called Scientific Turf here, and they're a lawn care company, but they also do a lot of light installations for your yard and irrigation system installation. And obviously they're going to be coming to cut your grass, take care of pests and everything during the summer months.
Right.
But if you want to really take care of your lawn throughout the whole year, it's important to prep for summer by installing those irrigation systems in the winter time. They also say it's best to get them checked during the winter time. That's when they're not going to be used. That's when you can check them better for damage and things like that. And it's also important with the light installation. You're going to have a summer barbecue. You want to enjoy it.
You want your yard to look the best.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's best then to have your lights working, have it all look nice and sparkling and stuff.
Right.
So that's one way you really need to market to prepare for the busy season is, prepping for the busy season.
Right.
I think it's really important when you go about this angle of prepping for the busy months is that you're really trying to show off how your services are impactful year round and not just during those busy months. So it's important to show your relevancy with your marketing because that's what's really going to keep you relevant in your clients' eyes.
Yeah. Another thing that makes me think of, which is our second one, is giving tips to your customers. You're the professional, but when you educate them, that helps build trust between you and your client.
Exactly.
It shows that you care for them, and that's what's going to help you stand apart from these bigger corporations or really even the small businesses that you're competing with. How do you care for your customers? People want to work with who they trust. They want to work with someone who makes them feel seen and heard. Relationships matter, and that's what's going to set you apart. So if you can give your customers tips on your social media page, like, this is how you can care for your lawn in the winter. This is how you can, like if it's dying, something like that. Like, you can give these tips or what to look out for. We can help with that. So giving tips. Another thing I can think of is one of the businesses we have is Strickland Pools. They do pools. Even though your pool is being used in the summertime, you have to take care of it in the wintertime. I have no idea what to do. I don't have a pool, but if I did, I wouldn't know what to do. But I know that I would go and research from the professionals, and if people are researching and trying to figure out what to do, they're going to look you up. So just giving tips.
I think also one point of that with the Strickland Pools is that they do a lot of pool construction as well. And if you want a pool for the summer, you can't just think, oh, I like a pool now and it's already summertime. You
That's
want
what
to
I
go
would
swimming. Yeah, exactly. And that's the same for me.
Yeah.
But what you really need to do is think about it months in advance. Like, oh, we want to swim during the summer at our own home.
Yeah.
We need to install it during the winter time.
You've got to figure out where you're going to put it. You have to get the dirt and everything leveled. You got to get the hole dug out. Everything, all of this construction takes time.
And design as well. And trying
design.
to find out the budget as well.
Absolutely.
Like
so if you have a company that it takes time and preparation, like, post about it, market it, like, get the information out there to your clients that we need to get on top of this so that you can enjoy those like summer days, sipping on your lemonade, and eating your snow cones by the pool, because it takes time to prep. And I even think about New South Ag, a client that we have. They have all type of like growth supplements, animal repellent
for your crops. And
for your
like
crops.
Yeah.
And so you have to know when planting season is. You have to know all of these like dates and seasons, all of these things. So if you can give your clients the tips and keep them educated, really it's educational posts. If you can keep them educated on what to do prepping for peak season, then you stay relevant.
Yeah, exactly. And again, with New South Ag, they have, you know, a lot of their products target like animals to keep them away from crops. You also need to know when those animals are going to be most active.
Right.
And by educating your clients on, you know, when are deer going to be out more often, or when are they going to be, you know, hiding away, you need to educate your clients. And I think that's an important thing that not even just seasonal clients need to do, but all clients need to do, because you learn a lot that way. But again, like you said, it helps to build trust with that client.
Yeah. So I would say for number 2, we said giving tips to customers, which is, you know, educating them on the work that you do, the services that you provide, why it's important. I would say another thing under that one is also like keeping a content calendar.
Yeah.
This helps you stay active, but staying active when you post, like you shouldn't post every single day just to put something in your feed.
Yeah.
You need to post with a purpose.
It's really important, because with the rule of 7, it's not going to be as effective if you're just dumping a bunch of content in your customers or audience's faces. If you just have a bunch of random posts that don't really matter, then that's not really going to elicit the reaction you want of getting new clients.
Absolutely.
Being purposeful and like with a content calendar is really how you're going to push the rule of 7 in an effective way for you.
Yeah.
And getting it just like in front of your audience. Really.
Right. And you also want to plan ahead so that you don't get behind.
Exactly.
You don't want to stay behind times from like who you're competing with. You don't want to stay behind your customers. Like you want to be on your game so that you can care best, so that you can grow your business, so that you can offer the services, and really like you want that 5-star review on your Google page. And when you are working and putting all of your efforts into your business, it's going to show on how you take care of your clients and how you educate them and do all of that. Another thing, I think we might have mentioned it previously, but in case we didn't, I wanted to mention it. But educating your audience, this helps with building trust. It helps them know that they can rely on you. And even like a lawn care, when to fertilize your lawn, how to prepare for spring and summer, it helps you prepare. So don't forget, like educating your audience is very important. And if you're working with us, Davis Marketing Company, you know, we're creating those content calendars for you, but we're not in your everyday job. We're not out in the field like building pools. If we were, I would have a pool. And we're not, you know, working in the lawn. Like we don't know everything. We try to educate ourselves the best that we can. But if you're a client who works with us and you're watching this, like educate us so that we can best serve your audience, we can serve your business, and help your business grow, because that's what we're here to do.
Yeah. And like they're the professionals of their business,
right?
And we're the professionals of our business, you know. And
partnership.
Yeah. There's not always that overlap, like, you know, with lawn care companies. I wouldn't know when best to put fertilizer out. That's not my realm of expertise. But I can.
When I see a problem, I'm like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
But they're gonna tell you ahead of time.
Yeah.
You can put fertilizer out at this time so that this doesn't happen. So listen to the expert, guys.
Yeah. I think one thing that's really important to highlight, so when you're going through your content calendar thinking what would be the best thing to post this month, I think showing off some of your past projects is really important, because whenever I go to like look at a company to see their services, especially when it's a physical service, I like to see what did they start with, and then how is it now? Like, what did they actually do?
The before and the after.
Exactly.
I always look, and this is a normal thing that people do. They look for the worst thing first. Like if you go and look for Google reviews, I'm gonna go look at the bad ones because I want to see what's wrong. But then you can also go to the flip side, and I want to see the results.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's so important with, you know, a lot of the seasonal clients, like the pool construction companies, like the lawn maintenance companies, because they'll show, you know, here's a blank yard, nothing nice about it, and then now here's this beautiful pool that looks so beautiful for summer that I want to go swimming in.
I want it, guys.
Yes.
Sponsor me to get a pool today.
Yeah, exactly. This is just a plug, you know, it's
Shout out at Strickland.
And then like lawn care companies, like I'll see a lot of people, they'll have like a yellowed lawn, it's all dead, it does not look good, but then they'll show the after, and it's just like this lush lawn.
It's beautiful.
Exactly.
I want to sleep in the grass.
Exactly. It's like, I don't know how they do it, but they make it look nice.
Right.
And I think just showing off those projects to your customers shows not only that you know what to do, but you know how to get there effectively, and you're just showing that with your marketing, that you are the professional.
You're handing them your resume.
Exactly.
You're saying, here's what I've done, and this is why you should work with me.
Exactly.
It's building that trust.
Exactly. And that will just help you stand out against competitors and stuff.
Right.
If another small business doesn't have that before and after, I'm not going to trust them as much as I would you if you have that before and after. And
Absolutely.
So I think that's why it's really important.
It really does help you stand out, and just the goal is to set yourself apart from every other business that's in the crowded market, you know, because there's a lot of lawn care, there's a lot of pool construction, but if you can be the best, and if you can show that year round, people are going to trust you, people are going to ask you to do work for them, and your business is going to continue to grow. And so it's really important to just focus not just on the peak seasons, but to remember to really show off your business throughout the year. Help people prepare for that peak season. That way you're not behind yourself, right? So you're planning for them and you're planning for yourself.
Yeah.
So we have reached the end of our podcast, and we like to do this fun little game called Market It or Ditch It. And we want to hear from you. We'll give you what we think, but you should tell us in the comments if we should market it or ditch it. And I'm gonna get Caven to if you say to market it, I'm gonna get Caven to design it. He is one of our graphic designers, and I'm calling him on the spot right now. So this is what we're doing. Do you have one?
I do have one.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I will. This one I just kind of thought of off the spot. I think it'd be hilarious. But putting your logo on an underwear line or like a sock line, but more specifically the underwear line. And honestly, I would market it. I would
market it.
I think with how camp it would be, and could you imagine if it were like Six Flags and it, like the scary roller coasters, and so then you just have branded underwear being sold in case people are just like terrified on the roller coaster. I think that'd be amazing. And then you could branch into like a barf bag. Like I think that would be the roller coaster experience. Six Flags, get your underwear and barf bag line here. I would market it.
You would market it.
Definitely.
Honestly, it's kind of genius, because if you're like on a scary roller coaster and I see something funny, like I'm gonna not think about being scared anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's kind of genius, Sarah. Okay. Your logo on an underwear line. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, mine's not as good. But I think you should put your dog as employee of the month and put it on a billboard.
I think it's a great idea.
Here's the bad thing about it. Is that you saying that all of your employees suck and your dog could do better? You know? It's like hit or miss. It's really cute, or
True.
It's like a slap in the face.
True. Maybe not go so far as like a billboard, but definitely just like a social media post. Especially, I think about...
You gotta go big, though.
Yes.
You can't go small. You gotta
well,
go big.
that is true.
I mean, you've got roller coasters.
Yeah.
I want a billboard.
you at least want a billboard.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it'd be great. I mean, we have certain clients like the sheriff's office that have the K9
That's
units.
true.
That would be fun to, always the employee of the month is, your spot. I think that would be fun. So, spot protecting you each month,
Yeah, spot protecting you. Well, let us know in the comments what you think. Thank you for joining us on Marketing Decoded presented by Davis Marketing Company. I am Rachel, one of the account managers, and
I'm Sarah, one of the graphic designers.
We will see you next time.